Continued from, I was dragged into the office by someone I was consulting about my work and raped. A female entrepreneur reveals that she suffered a mental breakdown after being sexually assaulted by a man and still suffers from the trauma of the assault. In the startup industry, where companies are trying to create new markets and business models at the same time as starting their own businesses, many female entrepreneurs are victims of sexual harassment. We spoke to Matsuzaka Miho, who has herself been a victim of sexual harassment and founded an organization for victims called Startup Union, about the reality of the harassment in her circle, the existence of female entrepreneurs who accept sexual harassment, and the activities of Startup Union. Part 3 of a 3-part series. Read from Part 1. Filled diamond, filled diamond, filled diamond. I wasn't the only one. The reality of sexual harassment among female entrepreneurs. Did you hear anything about sexual harassment in the startup industry before you started your business? Miho Matsuzaka. Hereinafter, Matsuzaka, I learned in detail about the reality of sexual harassment being experienced by women who started their own businesses, other than me, through note. I just couldn't understand why entrepreneurs justified sexual harassment by saying, eroticism is justice. While disseminating this information on note, I interviewed female entrepreneurs about the problems they were facing. I found that many of them had been sexually harassed or suffered from gender discrimination. However, none of them wanted to make it public, so I didn't write an article about it. After hearing their stories, I realized, so many of you are victims of sexual harassment. I thought, this is already a social problem. After that, I had many opportunities to meet female entrepreneurs in real life, and each time I heard about the victims. Come on in the middle of the night, whatever you want. One woman was called by an investor in the middle of the night. People who have been victimized by those around them. Matsuzaka, I heard a story about a startup entrepreneur with a husband and children who was called by an investor in the middle of the night. What was he planning to do by calling her in the middle of the night? No matter how you look at it, it seems like he had nothing but bad things waiting for him. Matsuzaka, that's true. He knew she had small children, but he invited her like, we're the investor, so come and do whatever you want, even in the middle of the night. Once you accept an investment, you have no way out. I thought that was really not good, and I thought, maybe investors should have some morals too. I thought they had no common sense. Of course, the woman didn't respond to the call.